Hi, come with me while I pack for a tattoo convention and talk about being delusional. My car is really loud. It's tattoo convention time, and I will say I am so excited because I have been working at things for this for months now, and I feel like this is an excellent culmination of everything I've been working on, thoughts that I have, things that have happened, and I'm so excited for all these last couple months to come to this like fruition and point of we're doing it, we're executing all the plans. So let's go to the shop and do some packing and we'll chat. Hi. Okay, here we are back at the shop. Just a few things that I'm going to grab because this convention, I am going about it different than I have every other convention. So I have pre-booked appointments, which I typically do at conventions, but these appointments should be really long. Both days I'm doing large ornamental pieces. So I kind of pre-booked my full Saturday for one and my full Sunday for another one. Oh, and the other thing is that Friday, I have to leave early because we have tickets to go see a show. So I'll be kind of dipping out early Friday. So my goal for Friday is that I just show up and hang out at my booth and present all of the little merch and the trinkets and the prints that I've made and hopefully sell some of those and make connections with people, hang out with friends, and then take off. So that means I need very little actual tattoo setup for the weekend because right now I only have the 2 clients. And you know, if there's a walk-up Friday that I feel like I can take within that time, I might take that. But normally when I pack for conventions, I have a few small pre-booked appointments and then I do walk-ups. So I kind of have to have like this giant inventory of stuff depending on what might come my way. So I think normally I take like a really big suitcase. This time I brought like a small one. It's more condensed, and I guess my focus is more on like front end stuff this time. So yeah, usually I bring like the super massive suitcases. This time I'm just doing this smaller one, and I think everything is gonna fit just fine. Hello. So basically I'm gonna need my stand. I leave the garbage. This is my tray that I work off of. This contraption I put my iPad on. Take my armrest just in case, but leave it in the car. I'll probably take my stencil machine. But anyways, back to like delusional living. Yeah, I don't know. I've been having all these thoughts, and obviously I'm on this like little trajectory of really trying to see things that I can accomplish, and more so a mindset, because here's the thing. I feel like I used to really believe that some people were just lucky, but it's like, are they lucky or are they just living so confidently and so delusionally in themselves that it's all working out for them because they're so in a space and a mindset that it will be okay for them. I feel like I need to make this thing at least 30% larger, so we're gonna give that a try first and see what happens. Start. Okay, that's gonna be noisy, but that's okay. And I do think that it takes a long time to develop and get to the point where you are living maximum delusional, Delulu is the Selulu energy. Because I think about everything that I've done in the last, like, I'm gonna say 5 months to get to this point. It's better, but I don't think it's big enough yet. Like, I have really spent the last number of months retraining myself and really impulsively doing every little intrusive thought that comes to my mind. And I do think that that's what it's taking. Like, it takes being experimental and curious and kind of don't know what it is. It's a little bit of bravery, because I will say that there is a thing about being worried about what other people think. And I think that that's a huge block, because probably their perception of you isn't what you think their perception of you is. I mean, maybe it is. Maybe it is, but hang on, we have a new size. I saw another creator post on Instagram recently that, like, you know, this person was all up in their head about like starting their business or starting like the tasks and the things that they were excited about and wanted to do and who they wanted to be, and put it on social media. And I guess she said that they were so in their head about it that they decided to just block everybody that they knew. And that's what it took for this person to, I guess, be fully authentic within themselves and feel comfortable to put themselves out there, that there was zero in their mind about that, I guess, about other people's energy or how you're perceiving what they might believe on you, because that's going to change your belief in yourself, right? And here's the thing, even if it's spoken or unspoken, you're in a mindset where it's coming from like a gross place, or like it's negative about yourself. So it's like, why are we doing that? So these I definitely need. I feel like I could take this for one day. Vaseline, yes. Bactine, yes, for sure. Dynamic black, lining black. I'm gonna try to pick up some of this mixing solution. I haven't had the easiest time accessing it at my regular distributor, so that's been annoying. So I was gonna eat this in the car, but it's so warm outside that it was like starting to melt. Okay, so what I need to do right now is go through my colors that I know I'll be using for my 2 large appointments, one of which is a very large sternum piece. My 2 clients, I had them come in for sizing, so I know it's like this big, plus we added some on the ends. And then my other appointment is this, top of the back, and that's the size I'm gonna do. This one's black and gray, limited color palette reds. And this one is, yeah, like purple, orange, pink, green. This is it. This is what I'm gonna take. It'll give me enough diversity in my colors that I should be able to do whatever I need to do, whatever that may be. And I do think that when you've been in a space for so long, even if you're very ambitious and capable and like maybe you have achieved a lot of things, I think you can still be in a place where you don't like trust yourself, or you think you shouldn't be doing certain things, or I don't know, whatever your belief is, that you feel somewhat insecure. So like, I do think it takes like many months or like a long time of unraveling, depending on how like deeply seated your internal dialogue is about things that you want to do or things that you think about yourself. I will say that like probably the best thing that happened to me over the last bunch of months of like living delusionally was even just like making my banner. You can see it in the mirror here. There was like so much negative self-talk I had about this. I am so ecstatic with how it turned out. I love the vibe. I love the colors. I love that I took it all the way to like gluing fringe and tassel on it. But here's the thing. I was so in my mind about this design. I wanted something that felt like so classic, so obviously tattooy, big, bold, juicy lines. I wanted to incorporate the doves because my Instagram handle is dovetail art. So I was like, oh, this is perfect. But like, in the amount of times I was drawing it and redrawing it and designing it and so excited in my heart and soul, but also thinking like, are people gonna get it? Does it make sense? Should I be doing this? Because like, I don't necessarily tattoo American traditional. Is this gonna be like well received? Are people gonna like it? And then I got to a point where I was like, why do I care so much? Like, I realize that it's a business, so you want it to have a good perception so that people buy it so you can afford your mortgage and buy yourself groceries. But at the same time, too, I've also come to the conclusion that if you don't pursue these thoughts and these visions and experiment with the things that you want to do or the things that you want to make, then I think you are missing like a foundational building block of getting to the next level of who you are. Once I kind of picked at the idea, it all started like unraveling, but in a good way, where I just kept getting more and more and more and more into it and more into myself and creating that, like, it has transitioned into this, I guess, like trend of living delusionally, because I've really gone like, oh, I have the power within me to design and make whatever I want. And it doesn't have to make sense to everybody. It doesn't. And that's okay, because here's the thing. Some things are going to flop. Some things are going to be hit. And that is just part of the fun process. For example, all of the like acrylic trinkets that I had made, I really wanted to do bracelets. I thought, oh, that's such a fun idea. I can do like the charms and have a bracelet that is like all lucky symbols and charms and fortune telling things and all kinds of stuff. And then I wanted to have like a love bracelet with little love hearts and love notes and all those kinds of things, which vibes perfectly with this. All of the color palettes, everything's perfect. And this is a good example. I kept showing my boyfriend and he was kind of like, I don't know about these. Like, I don't know about the designs. And I was like, no, like it makes sense. Like, I like it. I like it. And then like probably a week or two later of me like agonizing over all these decisions and all these little charm drawings, he was like, we were laying in bed and he was like, oh, I get it. I'm not supposed to buy it, he says, as in himself. And I was like, you would never buy this. This isn't for you. And he's like, yeah, I realize that. He's like, you're designing what you like and for other people, not for me. He's like, I get it and I like it now. So that's the other thing, is sometimes people are saying things and filling your mind with stuff when they don't even like grasp the big vision of what you're trying to do, and that things aren't necessarily for them, right? Another example is I did like these boxes of skincare products. And again, like I wanted like a very specific vibe, color palette. So I have like pink and white stripes and the bright pink and the red, and it's very fun and eclectic or whatever it is. I don't even know. And I have all these little items that go inside the box with the skincare and the stickers that all match all the other colors. And I love it. And I'm so excited about it, right? Like I'm literally driving 500 miles an hour towards like my vision of what this is. And my mother goes and says, well, are you going to make like gender neutral or like different colors? Because these are very fun and very pink and very bright, whatever you want to call that. And I was like, no, I'm not. I'm making what I want to make. This is me being excited about what I'm doing and not having to worry about what other people think. Well, I mean, I do worry about how other people think, but I'm not necessarily making it for everybody. I'm making it because it brings me joy, and I'm hoping that because it brings me joy, other people are going to see and understand the vision, and that there's going to be other people who are attracted to that as well. I heard another saying where it goes make things that you wish existed. Well, that's what I'm doing. I'm just making stuff that I wish existed, that is within my realm to make, and positive things that I can put out there, which is why I've kind of been driving home with everything I've been able to do over the last number of months. And it really has boiled down to me being lucky enough to change, several things about my life to give me the freedom to be able to accomplish all this stuff, because I never would have been able to do it before. And a lot of the transitions were like big and scary. But it's good. I really believe that if you have it within yourself, or you can get your environment into a state where you can like truly make every little intrusive thought that comes to mind, you should definitely do it. Okay, well, I'm back at home now, and packing stuff up went really good. I don't think I forgot much of anything. I kind of second guessed whether or not I should take my stencil machine home. I might still go to the shop and get that, but other than that, we got everything loaded up, and I can head down to the convention center tomorrow. I'm very excited to see how this convention goes and all the work I've done over the last number of months to see if, you know, making every little intrusive thought has worked. But I will say a few things that I've noticed that have happened, whether it's just coincidence or not. Really kind of saying yes to opportunities that are out there. A bunch of things that I've done in the last couple months that I don't think would have happened before. Like, for one, I was asked to go with a friend and judge a tattoo convention. I didn't necessarily belong there. Like, I don't necessarily think that I'm definitely not more qualified than other people that were there to be doing like judging and stuff like that. But, you know, I was asked and I said, yeah, absolutely, I'm down. Let's go hang out and let's have a good time. Another good thing that's happened is one of the large surgical centers here in the city put out a post that they were looking for influencers with like over a certain amount of followers to be brand ambassadors. So I filled out a submission form and handed over screenshots of my Instagram insights, and they ended up contacting me for an interview. And so I signed up for a 6-month contract to be a brand ambassador for them. So that's very exciting. I've never thought that I would get that opportunity to do something like that. And then another fun little thing is the other day while I was headed to the print studio to get my paintings turned into prints, I had like a couple hours to kill. And so I went to a local restaurant down in the district of the city where this print shop is, and I had a couple hours to kill, so I'm like, okay, well, I'll just go for lunch. And so I went to the spot and got like a window seat by the river and just like drew in my iPad and entertained myself. Anyways, you know, had some food and a glass of wine, and then went to like ask the waiter for my bill, and he said that somebody paid for it. When I tell you, I was like, what? Like, you're telling me that there was somebody here in this restaurant watching me absolutely shovel like fish and chips into my mouth? I cannot. So anyways, I've never had that happen to me before where somebody has done that. So I don't know what that is. Like, is that just you're in your energy and it's out amongst people? And I don't know, like I didn't talk to anybody but my waiter at the restaurant. So yeah, I think magical things can happen, and you just have to trust your own vision, because not everybody's gonna get it. Maybe not everybody's on your side, but a lot of people will be on your side. And here's the thing, you got to be on your own side. So yeah, I don't know, that's my thoughts lately. 10 out of 10, do recommend living delusionally. Okay, well, that's it for now. I hope you guys have a good weekend. I'm going to be exhausted. By the time I see you again next time, it'll be tattoo convention over and we'll be moving on to the next adventure. Okay? If you enjoyed this video and you want to try living delusionally as well, like and subscribe and check out my other videos. Have a good day.